Brazil. Brazil it is going to be. So, guys, thank you very much for watching already. But we're going to go straight into the introduction as the guys are going to be racing already. So let me get this sorted real quick. So the previous race we had Rios, NJ, and Divine Eye on the podium. We had a race in Silverstone, so that was a pretty good one. Now, track information-wise, we are racing around Brazil. Population of 216 million people. 1973 was the first Grand Prix on this track, and the real Marks and Foons have won the most Grand Prix on this track already. 17.9 is the qualifying time to beat, but that is not going to be the case today, as the guys are not going to be doing a qualifying. We've got a 19.7 to beat in the race. So this is going to be the sprint race and the 50% race around Brazil. 4.3 kilometers is the track distance, and 155 kilometers is the race distance. So let's go straight over to the strategy real quick, as I'm not suspecting too many safety cars here, probably one or maybe two. And then we've got tire degradation rate and tire overheating probability not being very high. Hard, soft could work with a late safety car. Medium, hard, hard, medium, medium, soft could all work. My predictions, I'm going to leave that on the left, well, to the left, as we're going to be starting pretty soon. So, guys, I'm going to be switching over to the race already. And then we will be going into the sprint race already. So, guys, I hope you guys like this already. I'm just gonna test out the quality of the microphone real quick, just to test out to see if the quality is good. You know, nothing is more annoying than a bad sounding commentator. You know. Alright, so it seems like the quality is pretty fine. It's pretty alright. It's pretty good. But let's go straight into the race. Guys, I'm not too sure what to expect here. You know, we've got 13 people in the lobby. We've got a couple of fast drivers, and we have Mr. Basil in the lobby. I'm just going to have a quick look with the Drivers' Championship. Mr. Basil is starting all the way from the back of the grid, mainly due to him being first in the driver's standing. So usually this league switches, reverse standings when there is a sprint race. Do not have a short qualifying, of course. Good luck to everyone. Yes, indeed. The driver's standings, here we go. Mr. Basil is in P2 with 13 points trailing. So we're going to be starting the sprint race here in Phoenix Racing League. It's 5 red lights. Oh, it's 5 red lights again. All right, interesting. It's 5 red lights, and away we go. We've got Sparrow with a bad start. Oranje is already going into the wall there. A Mercedes driver has been caught off guard. Probably Divine Eye. A little bit of chaos into turn 1 as the Williams driver and the Red Bull driver are going side by side through turn 2. Now into turn 3. There goes the Red Bull driver down the inside. He makes that move work, and so does Martino as he goes down the inside of the Williams driver. Talk has already made up a couple of positions. But so did Mihu in P1 right now. We've got Martino, who is getting chased from behind by two different drivers. We've got Sparrow and Mr. Basil in P5 and P6. Rios, who's trying to make up a lot of positions here already, as he's trying to get into that top 3. Of course, the Alfa Romeo driver had a pretty amazing result last week, and is looking to get a good result here too today. So, who's going to have a bad start, actually. Let's have a quick look with we've got different tire strategies. A lot of guys on the softs, a lot of guys on the mediums. It's a little bit 50-50 at the moment, as we've got 5 drivers on the mediums. We have got about 8 drivers on the soft. So a couple of guys have chosen to go for the mediums, which is, in my opinion, the best way to go, as we've now just got an overtake from Chartman on Mr. Rios into sector 3. Beautiful move there, as someone is already coming into the pits. That is going to be AP, as he probably has a broken front wing from that incident with the AlphaTauri who crashed out. The Williams driver making a move on the Haas driver. No, it's the other way around. The Haas driver making a move around the Williams driver as he makes that move. They're now going 3 wide into turn 4. Who's going to make it out on top? Is it going to be Chartman? Yes, indeed it is. And Mr. Basil comes right behind. The Haas driver now making up a 1 position on the Williams driver, but he lost one straight away to Chartman in P5. I'm having a quick look to the position changes real quick. We've got 7 positions gained already for Mr. Basil, 6 for Mr. Chartman, as these two are going to be fighting for that P1 in the Drivers' Championship. Not indeed. They're going to be battling for the P1 in the race, of course. Mr. Rios is now going down the inside. A little bit of a snappy rear there for the Williams driver as he lost the position to Mr. Rios once again. And now they're not going to have the DRS yet. There's a yellow flag. Is there going to be a safety car? No, there isn't. Oranje, who has DNF'd on track. No worries, Brass Monkeys. I do understand that. You know, if the issues are there, the issues are there with the servers and all that. So don't need to worry. We're definitely not going to be angry at you at all. Now let's have a quick look at the car of the Mercedes driver here. I mean, Divine Eye, he's been looking pretty promising here already with 4 positions gained now. Goes around the outside. Doesn't have a single ERS left. Doesn't have a single ERS left. You see that little light blinking at the back of his car. That means he's less than 20% of ERS. So that is not going to be a good sign for the Mercedes driver, as there's still 9 more laps to race here around the Brazilian sprint race. So we've got a couple of drivers being pretty close to each other. Martino in P4, Chartman right on his tail. I mean, the Ferrari driver, he's doing a pretty amazing job keeping up with the Alpine driver, and so is Mr. Basil. Mr. Basil, who needs those points for the Drivers' Championship. He only needs 13 more to get the Drivers' Championship, and hopefully a couple of more, because otherwise he might be in danger from the guy in third. That is gonna be Divine Eye. So Divine Eye currently in P9. He needs to have way more positions in order to get P1 in the Drivers' Championship. Goedenavond, Nick. How are you? So, I mean, you know, Divine Eye, seeing him be in P8, his main rival in the Drivers' Championship being Mr. Basil in P6, he is going to score Gute. Very good. Goedenavond. So, I mean, you know, Chartman, who was I talking about again? Mr. Basil, there we go. So Mr. Basil in P6, I mean, he has got more points at the moment than Divine Eye, because the main reason is that in this sprint race, they're going to get full points. So I think it's about 30 points, if I'm not mistaken. So the winner gets 30 points. Keep that in mind, guys. The winner gets 30 points. So that means that you get full points for this race if you win this race. If there is anything unexpected happening, we might be seeing a big change in the Drivers' Championship. Chartman, who now goes down the inside of the Alpine driver, and he makes it work. He makes it work with the use of DRS. He's got no ERS left down the inside into turn 1. That is going to be moved on for the Ferrari driver. Is the Alpine driver going to be able to do anything? Doesn't look like it, but Martino will now be able to defend from the guy behind, as he does have the DRS from Chartman. Now let's have a quick look here between the Haas driver and the Alpine driver. Alpine driver is going to back out of the move, as he wasn't close enough to make that move into turn 4 right there. As they're now coming through turn 5, the Haas driver has had a quick look there, but decided to back out. Unfortunately, now decides to go onto the curb. Lost a little bit of traction going onto the curb there, as Martino takes a beautiful line through that corner. Takes a lot of curb here through this section of the track, but the Haas driver is right on his tail. And it looks like Mr. Basil is hungry for more positions here in Brazil, as it is still 7 more laps to go after this one. Oh, Mr. Basil. Oh, Mr. Basil. Oh, he was looking to make a move right there, but he wasn't quite going to. Now it's a good run down the main straight here, coming out of the last corner of the track, as he does have the DRS. Mr. Basil with a possible move. Both drivers have no ERS left. No ERS in the tank. But Mr. Basil decides to not go for a move. Possibly did not have good traction coming out of that last corner. And that is going to be very unfortunate for the Haas driver. Or he was just waiting for this main straight, as he is going to have a DRS opportunity once again. He's going to go down the inside. He's going to back out. But they are losing some massive time to the Ferrari driver right ahead. They've got about 1.7 seconds of a gap to the Ferrari driver. So I don't think that's going to shrink too much. But I mean, you never know with Mr. Basil. You know, it's already to 1.6. As we saw 1.7 gap earlier, 1.4 right now, 1.3. So we do see Mr. Basil with a lot of speed here today, as he's trying to get into the top 3, of course. More positions means more points, as Escalea now crashed out, I think. Not too sure what happened there. But Sparrow being pretty close to Divine Eye. Once again, these two are going to be battling for the whole race and possibly for the complete sprint race too. As they're now right behind each other. 2 more 10s for Sparrow to make that move. He's going to have the DRS. He's going to go around the outside, but he's going to back out. He's just going to wait for that second straight. After that first, well, chicane. I would call it a chicane. He's now going to try and back out of the move. Yes, he is. Takes a good line through this corner. And he's going to have the DRS right now. Mercedes driver spun out, unfortunately. That is going to be AP all the way in P12. Shauna Louise with a 3-second time penalty. Now, Sparrow down the inside of the Mercedes driver. Divine Eye breaks really, really late right there. And is going to keep this position for now. As the English driver is not done racing yet. They've got still 5 more laps to go. And who's going to take P8? It's also a close battle for P5 right now. For P4, actually, as Chartman is leading the race. Not leading the race, but leading the race out of these two, of course. As Mr. Basil is right behind the Ferrari driver. I mean, Mr. Basil, he's really, really quick. He's currently P2 in the Drivers' Championship. And we've got someone crashing out. That is going to be a good sign for Divine Eye, who can now close down the gap to Mr. Basil. He's got 2 drivers in between them. And that is not going to be a good sign, as he needs to overtake 2 drivers to be able to get to Mr. Basil. And even then, it's not going to be a certain thing that he's going to be able to overtake the Haas driver, Mr. Rios, who comes into the pits. So does Divine Eye. You're going to try and go for an alternative strategy. Try to go onto the softs to finish this race on those soft tires. There's probably going to be 2 more laps around, well, behind the safety car, of course. That means 3 more laps of racing on those soft tires. So will they be able to bring those soft tires to the table and make it work? That is going to be a good question here, as we've got a couple of guys coming into the pits. Divine Eye, Mr. Rios, Sparrow, Joby, Escalea. As all those drivers are going to be possibly losing a couple of positions. We've got Mihu in P2. A good couple of races we've seen from him already, as he's definitely stepping up here. German driver had a pretty good qualifying last week it was the week before in Qatar, where I was really surprised of his result. And today it does seem like he's got that pace too here in Brazil. Now I'm gonna have a quick look to the stream to see if the quality of that stream is alright. We will be right back with you guys. So if I talk right now, how is that quality? We're currently behind the safety car with a couple of positions gained and a couple of positions lost. Yeah, that does sound pretty good. We've got 8 viewers in the stream. Welcome everyone who has made it into the stream. I hope you guys are having a fun evening tonight. We had a little bit of a delay, but of course, a little bit of a delay doesn't prevent us. Thanks, Dusky. I did actually do something. With my microphone. So it should be better quality right now, and it should be more stable. You know, sometimes you heard a little bit of couple of tones of my voice, a little bit louder, some a little bit lower, or like more quiet, and you know, that's not really something I was looking for. For now, it should be all Oranje. What do you mean, Oranje? What do you mean, Oranje? Do you mean it's not always good? Thank you. Really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. Joby with a 3-second time penalty. He's all the way in P10. Oranje, explain your... It sounds the same, to be honest. Yeah, I know it sounds the same, but to you, everything sounds the same. I don't think your stream's top-notch, mate. Haha, appreciate it, buddy. Yeah, the quality should be better right now. I don't think I'm gonna be changing my... Oh, safety car is coming in this lap. We've got 3 more laps of racing. As the green flag is gonna come out, the safety car is gonna come in, and the drivers will be racing again. Tok leading the race right now, as he's possibly gonna go really, really early here. He's not going to. He's gonna wait. He's gonna wait. When is he gonna go? The Red Bull driver leading the pack to the finish line, and he's gonna wait. He's gonna go. And we've got green flags and go, go, go here in the Brazilian sprint race. As we've got Chartman right on the tail of the Alpine driver. Is he going to be able to make a move? Around the outside goes the Ferrari driver. Is he going to be able to make this move? A little bit of a snap there from Shauna Louise. They're still going side by side through turn 3. But there goes the Ferrari driver. Chartman making that move on the Alpine driver. Now Mr. Basil is looking to make that move too on the Alpine driver, and he makes it work around the outside into turn 4. Beautiful move there from the Haas driver. But what is Chartman gonna do? Is he gonna defend this podium position from the hungry Haas driver? I don't feel like he is. Mr. Basil, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beautiful, is he gonna be able to get onto the podium? I don't think so. I do think so, as Chartman is currently in P3 but struggling. He's struggling. And Divine Eye makes his way up to P7. We've got a couple of battles here between Martino and Sparrow. As Rios right now, Mr. Basil, he's looking to get that move done. He's looking to get that move done on the tail of the Ferrari driver. And is he going to be able to? Down the main straight right now. The guys will not have DRS yet. It's only going to be for the last lap of this race. It's not going to be happening. Mr. Basil will have to wait patiently to get that move done. And even then, the love for him is big. Oh, Mr. Basil. Good traction coming out of turn 3. Now with a little bit of slipstream, a little bit of ERS. He doesn't have any ERS left. This is crucial for the Haas driver, and so is it for the McLaren driver. Does he have a little bit of ERS left? It does look like it. Chartman has 0. We've got Mr. Basil who's got 0. Does Shauna Louise have any ERS? And let's have a quick look here. Coming around turn 6. Oh, Rios! What a move there for the Alfa Romeo driver, and that must be very frustrating for Shauna Louise right there, who lost the position due to a very aggressive but a very beautiful move from the Spanish driver. It's a little bit of train work here between all these guys, and everyone is gonna have DRS down the main straight coming out of turn 3. Rios making another move on Mr. Basil. This is gonna be big points for the Alfa Romeo driver as he's still in the Drivers' Championship battle. Rios down the main straight. If he can make his way up into P3, it is looking very great for the Alfa Romeo driver. A little bit of train work here, as I said already, into turn 1. The guys are going to be having DRS coming out of this corner section. And what is Rios going to do? Chartman, does he have the DRS? Yes, he does indeed. Mihu doesn't have the DRS though, but Rios has good straight line speed. Goes down the inside, and there goes the Alfa Romeo driver. He makes his way onto the podium. Beautiful move from Rios. And with a couple of aggressive moves in that last couple of laps, he will be able to put himself on the podium, maybe even a P2, as he is closing the gap on the McLaren driver, on the German driver right there. And this is looking great for Rios, who's possibly gone for fast, soft tires. So he is going to be able to consistently gain positions, makes another aggressive move into that turn, and that is going to be a P2 for Mr. Rios. Talk does get the mention of a P1 here today, with the fastest lap, I think, too, if I'm not mistaken. Who is going to make his way onto the podium? Is it going to be Chartman, or is it going to be Mihu? Mihu doesn't have the DRS, or does he? He doesn't have the DRS, or does he? Let's have a quick look here. Chartman is not going to be on time. That is going to be a P1 for Talk, a P2 for Rios, and a P... Oh, look at this, guys. Look how close that was. Divine Eye got pushed back to P8. We've got Shauna Louise in P7 and Sparrow in P6. Joby got into P10 and Escalea in a P11. A great race from all these guys, and what a race from Talk and Rios, who've definitely made up the most positions here. Also Mr. Basil with 8 positions gained, but he started at the back of the grid. Chartman made up 7. Great result for the Ferrari driver too. But I do have to give it to Rios. He's my driver of the day here in the sprint race. But we still have a full race to come. That is going to be the 50% race of the Phoenix Racing League. We will be patiently waiting for that race to start. I'm just going to check my Discord, as I've got someone in the chat who has sent a message, and it was quite urgent. And this is going to be your driver standings for now. The results, of course. We've got Talk in P1, Rios in P2, and Mihu in P3. Further, we've got Chartman, Mr. Basil, Mr. Beauty, Mr. Beast in P5, Sparrow, Shauna Louise, Divine Eye, Martino, Joby, SK, AP, and Oranje Boom Brown. So that is going to be your results of this sprint race. But of course, we've still got a 50% race to come with the results of this race, of course. And Transic, make sure to check out your messages real quick. I don't know if you're still listening, but it would be very much appreciated. Alrighty. So, what strategies are the guys going for? That is a good question. I feel like, Brazil, it could be anything. It's that track where it could be anything. It could be softs, it could be mediums, it could be hards, it could be wets, it could be intermediates, and it could be puncture tires. Tires. Yeah, well, that would be very interesting. If would there be ever a track where, for example, you're already using all your tires in like the practice and the qualifying and then the sprint race, and then you don't have any tires anymore for the actual race, and you actually have to race on punctured tires? That would be fucking great. They should do like an F1 event, not really with F1 cars because that would be very sad, but I mean an F1 event with like punctured cars and like broken cars and all that kind of stuff. I'm just gonna have a quick look if we've got a 5 minute break here. Let me have a quick look. Penalty again. I'm going inters. Haha, Mr. Basil is going inters. Right, do not ready up, guys. Do not ready up. Make sure to do so. As we're just trying to sort some things out. Yeah, we're just patiently waiting. I'm just checking out my Discord messages real quick as I've got some important stuff to do real quick. All right. So, I saved one set of mediums for nothing. Shit game. How come, Rios? What strategy are you going for? What strategy are you going for? Are you going for... I feel like he's going for medium hard. Something like that, I'm going medium soft. Thomas, that is a bold strategy, dude. 36 laps. I was flying on those soft. Maybe, guys, would this work? A medium soft. Would that work? Would it work? That is a great question. Because otherwise I would put it on my charts. But I feel like medium soft. You don't always have the softs available, Medium soft is easy. Thomas, that is a very bold strategy, I had 50% tire wear. Bro, 50%, do you know how much that is? I think you're already starting to struggle at around 35. If I'm not mistaken, if I've got the well, not really the predictions, right? But like the if I've got the right information, 35% you should be struggling already. Oh, guys. The waiting is making me tired. It's always the waiting. But waiting is part of your life. It is part of your bones. It is part of something. I think two-stop must be compulsory. What kind of word is that, dude? I've never heard that word. It could, I mean, I'm not very lectured on like English words and all that kind of stuff. Hold up, I've got to do something real quick. I will be right back. Oh, mandatory. Yeah, that does make sense. I was like, compulsory? What is that? No worries, Rios. We all make mistakes, buddy. It probably was, what is that word again? Autocorrect anyway. Yeah, it was probably autocorrect. Guys, I don't know if you've got the same problem. Like, I've been on vacation, well, on holiday. Not really holiday, like vacation, just no school, for like 3 months. And I haven't worn a jeans like maybe 5 times during those couple of months, and I have to wear jeans again. And I feel like I'm really struggling with that jeans. Oh my days. That was the thing I had to do, you know. I had to change my pants real quick because oh my days, those jeans are tight, bro. Of course, you don't need to go for skinny jeans, because then, I don't know. What man actually goes for skinny jeans? I mean, no hate to the guys who go for skinny jeans, but I couldn't do it. I really couldn't. I really couldn't. I used to wear skinny jeans back in my previous life, back when I was 12. But then I had a little bit of a switch, and I decided to go for baggy. Not really baggy, it's like straight jeans. But they're not that tight down there, so... Yeah, all good. Let's go with the tires. Let's go with the tires. Always a little bit of a backstory here on the VB Thomas platform. Always fun to talk about these kind of stuff. Not really these kind of stuff, but something else than racing too. You know, it needs to be a little bit more entertaining. You know, we've got a couple of guys on the mediums, we've got a couple of guys on the hards, and one driver on the softs, being Martino Nueve in P9. Now, the top 2 is starting on the mediums. Mihu is starting on the hards, and Chardman is starting on the mediums. So we might be seeing a lot of position changes already. I'm just going to get the position changes up real quick. A couple of guys have been disqualified. Martino, AP, and Oranje Boom, as they're now going to be putting themselves on the starting grid. And away we go. We've got 5 red lights, but it could be that it's going to be glitching again. Yes, indeed it is, as the guys are not going. They're going right now. It's lights out, and away we go here for the Brazil Grand Prix. As it seems like Doc had a pretty amazing start right there. Rios defending the inside line from Chardman, as it is a little bit chaos here in turn 3. With Chardman taking P3, there's a yellow flag already. That is going to be a virtual safety car, with a possible safety car coming out pretty soon. Divine Eye, who has been crashed out right there, who probably has a broken front wing, as he doesn't have a single wing on his car anymore. Well, front wing, I mean, indeed. As we're just going to have a quick look with the Mercedes driver. Does his car look broken? We don't... Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. You know, it would be fun to have a race like that without without a wing. That would be fucking funny. That would be a great event, you know. A race without wing race, if that makes sense. A wingless race. That would be fucking fun. Yeah, I would really do that, actually. Like some sort of charity event or something like that, where everyone is gonna have fun and going into the wall and all that kind of stuff. Of course, without... Oh, no. When you do it without damage, you're not gonna be able to make that work. Well, it doesn't really matter. We're gonna have green flags pretty soon. Although, maybe the safety car is coming out. I don't think so. Usually when the left top is glitching a little bit, that means that there's going to be green flags. And there it is indeed. Rios is already down the inside. He's going to make that move on Talk. Talk does have the fastest lap though. As Rios makes that move. Oh, where does Talk go? Where does Talk go? He goes all the way off track. Joins back the track. Possibly had a little bit of a track warning right there, but he lost 3 positions in one corner section. Rios defending the inside line from Chardman. Shouldn't feel well, shouldn't be very threatened by the Ferrari driver as he wasn't any close to the Alfa Romeo driver, of course. Now, Basil, he is a big threat to Chartman. They've been battling during the sprint race already a couple of times now. He's looking to make that move again on the Ferrari driver. But is he going to be able to? Doesn't look like it. Talk trying to get back on the Haas driver. Talk did find the pace these last couple of races as he got a P1 in the sprint race here tonight. He does run the mediums though as he's now going around the outside of the Haas driver. He's not going to make it work. The outside line through that corner doesn't usually work as he's now on the tail. He almost crashes out Mr. Basil. He needs to watch out though. Mr. Basil, who said he was going onto the intermediates, definitely hasn't gone onto the intermediates. I always find that a weird strategy to go for if it's dry, you know, going onto the intermediates. Stock forcing his way down the inside, did force his way into P3, but I would say that was a pretty clean move there from the Dutch drivers. Now looking to make the move on Chartman again. So we've got a couple of battles at the back of the grid. Chartman, where did Rios go? Where did Rios go? Lost 2 positions in one corner, as that is going to be Chartman in the lead of the race right now. But for how long? We've got that raging Dutchman right behind Chartman, the Flying Dutchman, I should call him. And will he be able to make that move? Not 100% sure. You know, we've got Chartman, who's pretty fast. I'm not too sure what tires he's going on. Medium tires, so we do see the medium tires having the benefit here in the race. The top 7 is filled with 6 drivers on the medium tires. As we've got... Oh, Talk. Watch out, watch out. You're touching Chartman a little bit there. Be a little bit more careful as you also took Mr. Basil out. Well, almost, of course. Into turn 4, if I'm not mistaken. Now, he does have the DRS, though. Talk with the fastest lap of 112.3, and that is going to be move into turn 1. With a beautiful move down the inside there. Mr. Basil with another snap. Oh, watch out. There goes Mr. Basil. Oh, he goes into the wall. He needs to watch out, though. That was almost Drivers' Championship gone. Now, I'm going to do the calculations real quick. How many points did Mr. Rios get previous race? Let me have a quick look here. So the Drivers' Championship. How many points is... Oh, never mind. Mr. Rios has too few points. Never mind. I thought Mr. Rios was a little bit closer right there, but he wasn't. Fine Eye with the fastest lap on those fresh mediums. He came into the pits quite early. As Joby Rennie retired from the track. As he crashed into the wall, I assume. Right there. Yes, he does. With a broken front wheel and a broken front wing. So that is going to be your first safety car here tonight. And should I sing the last safety car song of the season? It's been a very dramatical season. It's been a very emotional season. A very fun season. But what a way to end this season, right? With a broken lobby, with a couple of guys DNFing already, as we've got Oranjeboom DNFing in the first lap. We've got Joby Reddy DNFing in the third lap. So this is definitely not the way to go for these guys to finish off their season. Probably couldn't be bothered anymore. Just parked it into the wall. Nah, that's of course not true, guys. Oh, Mr. Basil with a 5-second time penalty. Will he go onto the intermediates? Will he go onto the intermediates? Let's have a quick look. I know Mr. Basil is listening. Will he go onto the intermediates? Ah, he goes onto the softs. Boo. Boring. Boring. Oh, this is going to be a battle. Who makes it out on top? It's going to be Divine Eye. So Divine Eye retakes P8. We're currently all chilling behind the safety car. Let me sing the safety car real quick. Well, the safety car song real quick to finish off this safety car. Safety car, it is a safety car situation. Safety car, it is a safety car situation. Everyone is driving on a straight line. Except for when you're going through the corner. Safety car situation here in Phoenix Racing League. There we go. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Here we are, guys. We are waiting behind the safety car. And I do have to say this. We have got our buddy Mr. Basil being the championship winner. Only. And only. Let me have a quick look. What were the results of last race? Mathematically, can Divine Eye still have this driver's championship? There is 60. Oh no, he can't. He can't. 60 points. Well, 50 points in between Mr. Basil and Divine Eye. Divine Eye didn't catch 30 points last race. Mr. Basil, 13. Let's say they were equal. Only 30. No, he cannot. Mr. Basil is your driver's championship of this season. But who will get P2? Who will get P2? There's... Nah, that isn't gonna be... Alright, so P2 goes to Eggman. And P3 goes to Divine Eye. Probably. So we do need to watch out for Chartman, as he might be able to get into P3 still. Because he's only 28 points behind Divine Eye. So we really need to care, to watch out for Mr. Chartman there, as he is currently in P2. And Divine Eye is only in P8. So you do need to watch out for the Ferrari driver right there. I am not Russian. I am trying to be the best Englishman I can. No, that is... Okay, wait. I will do... guys in the chat, I'm gonna do a little bit of commentary. And you need to think... Well, to guess which accent I'm trying to be. Alright? Here we go. This is the first one. Alright, guys. We've got talk in P1 right now as the Red Bull driver is trying to make his way into P1. And he's definitely looking to make this race win. Something to put on his shelves right now. Texas. Yeah, so American. It was American. Yeah. All right, let's try another one right now. The safety car is probably coming in, but it doesn't really matter. We are currently driving on board with Mr. Talk. And I do have to say, this driver is a really amazing driver. But he doesn't have what it takes to be crowned driver's championship. Driver's champion. British. No, I wasn't even trying to be Australian. It was really a British accent. I don't know why. I don't know why. Alright. We're currently driving on board with Mr. Talk as he's driving. Really dangerous right there. As I mean, he had a little bit of a snap. And he really needs to watch out right now. As they're now going down the main straight. And off we go. When does Talk go? I'm gonna talk normally again, guys. Just so you're aware. Oh, a couple of overtakes here at the back of the grid. No, that was New Zealand. That was me trying to do something Irish / Scottish. No idea. Oh, Divine Eye. Oh, Mr. Basil and Divine Eye. Oh, Mr. Basil makes that move. Beautiful move there from the Haas driver. Oh, Mihu looking to make that move on Divine Eye already. Oh, Mihu, don't go for it. Oh, beautiful move from Divine Eye. Taking back his P10. Although, I mean, looking at AP right now, he definitely needs to make his teammate go past. And he's not going to. He's going to defend from Divine Eye. No, he's taking the white line. Beautifully done from AP right there. Letting his faster teammate go through. As he's got Mihu to worry about right behind him. Mr. Basil looking to make the move on Sparrow. He's got fresh softs, but he will not be able to make those last for a long time here. As Mr. Basil, I do have to say, He's got the pace. Unfortunately, he had a little bit of an incident there. Wouldn't say. Oh, doesn't feel very comfortable here. I feel like he's pushing. I feel like he's trying to get that fast lap. Doesn't really care about the points he's going to get. But it would be great to see him finish off with more than 330 points. But I'm not too sure if that's going to be happening. You know, you've got 30 points for P1. It's not looking like he's going to be able to get P1 as we're now driving on board with Chartman right behind the Dutchman. As the Ferrari driver definitely is hoping for that race win. He's not going to be able to get into the top 3 anymore, I'm afraid. Maybe he is. Depends on where Divine Eye finishes. And where did Chartman actually finish last race? I think we're going to have Chartman in P3, guys. In the Drivers' Championship. That would be crazy. Of course, if he's not going to be losing any more positions. As Mr. Basil now has made the move on Sparrow. Takes the outside line through that long left-hander, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, indeed it is. Oh, Sparrow looking to make that move back again. As Mr. Basil does have a penalty. 5-second time penalty for the Haas driver. Was looking to make the move down the inside. But Sparrow will have a better exit coming through that corner. He's not actually going to. That is a pretty interesting fact right there, as he did take the outside line, so usually you do have a better exit. But he didn't that time around. Now Divine Eye making that move on Sparrow right there. That is going to be a beautiful move for the Englishman, trying to make that move again on the Haas driver, Martino, right now with a 3-second time penalty. It's not looking great for the Alpine driver, although, I mean, he's a P5. And the only guy he needs to worry about is Mr. Basil down his inside. Oh, Mr. Basil, what a move there. What a move. There was a little bit of contact that worried me. But nobody has been crashed out, so that's great. Now, Basil doesn't have single ERS anymore. He doesn't have the ERS anymore. He's saving a little bit right now, so he's on the edge of 20%. But this is... Oh, sorry guys, I was yawning real quick. Am I? Oh, Divine Eye on the tail of the Alpine driver. 2 more tenths for the Englishman to make his way into P6. But he's got Mihu right behind him, and I do have to say, the German driver has been looking fast. He has been looking great. Loses a little bit of time during that last section of the track. Now Divine Eye makes his way into P6 as he makes a move down the inside into turn 1. Beautiful move there from the Englishman, but I do have to say a move through that part of the track is always pretty easy as you do have the help of the DRS. Now he needs to make up 2.3 seconds on Mr. Basil to be able to get into the top 5. Of course, Mr. Basil does have that 5-second time penalty. Mihu now gets into P7 as we're driving on board with Shauna Louise. As he's got that Haas driver right behind him. He's got that Alfa Romeo right in front of him. So this is going to be a little bit of a chaotic race right now, as there is a yellow flag. Probably AP. Yes, indeed it is, as it was a Mercedes driver. Sparrow now crashed out. And Shauna Louise is trying to defend from Mr. Basil right behind him. Mr. Basil does have good traction coming out of that last corner. 1/10 for the Haas driver. Shauna Louise defending the inside line, but it's not going to be enough. It simply isn't going to be enough, or is it? With a late break, he might be able to defend that position, but he's going to back out. Beautiful decision there from the Alpine driver. Now, Mr. Basil, with that penalty, 2/10 on the tail of the Alfa Romeo driver. Around the outside he goes. And that is going to be moved on to Mr. Rios. Is not going to be able to defend that position. He's going to back out of the move. He's going to yield. And that is a big decision for the Spanish driver. I mean, he's not really going to be able to get into that top 4 anyways. Or top 5 if I'm not mistaken. Top 4 it is because he's P5 right now. But he is defending his P5. But from who? That is going to be from Martino Nueve. Now, Martino is all the way in P10, so I don't think he's going to be a big threat during this race. So Mihu is right on the tail of Divine Eye, as there's 4 10s in between both of them. Divine Eye, who has a snap. That is going to be P6 for Mihu. Has made his way into P6 quite rapidly, I do have to say. After that pit stop, did lose 3 positions though. But not a big issue. Shauna Louise goes down the inside of Rios. Pushes the Alfa Romeo driver a little bit wide. And this is some beautiful racing from the both of them, as they both left enough space for each other to get through that corner. That is always lovely to see. Divine Eye, who now is crashing out of Sector 1. That first corner section. I think it is three corners, if I'm not mistaken. Does he have a broken front wing? I wouldn't be able to see that. Let's have a quick look coming through turn 4 right now. He doesn't exactly have a broken front wing, but he is definitely going a little bit slower than he should go. As Mr. Rios, the Spanish driver, has had a little bit of a bumpy season, I do have to say. Let me have a quick look here. So Mr. Rios, he didn't attend the first 7 races of the calendar. So taking in consideration that we have 12 races in a season, he only drove the last 5 once. Now, he had a P4 in Austria. He had a P1 in Abu Dhabi. He had a P1 in Qatar. He had a P1 in the United Kingdom. And he probably is going to have a top 5 position in Brazil. So that is definitely numbers to look forward to Season 9. I'm not too sure if he's going to get promoted to Division 1. I do think he is already, as he makes a beautiful move through turn 4. He's going a little bit wide there as he's letting Shauna Louise go past again. Shauna Louise, who's going off track, coming into turn 5 right there. As I do have to say, Mr. Rios, he's a really sportsmanship-like driver, and that's what we like to see here in Phoenix Racing League. We love to give people back positions when the drivers did not really deserve their positions. You know what I'm saying? Sorry for the lag, by the way, guys. Let me have a quick look at the corner names real quick. As there is a 5-10 gap between Mr. Rios and Shauna Louise. Still looking to get back that position. When is he going to? Oh my days, these are some difficult names. Rios now into the Senna SS as he makes that move on Shauna Louise. Shauna Louise is trying to get back that position. Mihu right on their tail. They're going 3 wide. Oh, Shauna Louise takes out Mihu. Oh my days, safety car situation as they're now going through Cecida do Lago into turn 4 and 5. Turn 6 is going to be Ferradura. Turn 7 is going to be Laranjinha. Mr. Rios, no way. Drive-through penalty for the Alfa Romeo driver. What a chaotic race, guys. 4 drivers DNF'd already, as this is the second safety car of the stream and of the race too. They're now coming through Pico de Pato. And turn 11 is going to be Mergulo. The last corner of the track, in my opinion, turn 12, is going to be Yunxiao, if I pronounce that correctly. Turn 13 doesn't have a single name. And then turn 14 is going to be Subida dos Boxes. Very interesting right there. I got Slame. What does Slame mean, buddy? Oh, a lot of guys coming into the pits. Oh, another 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Yeah, that is really unfortunate redives. I mean, nothing you can do about it, right? You cannot call EA and say, EA, you know what the fuck you guys should be doing? You should be fixing your streams. And you should be fixing your... No, not really streams, but you should be fixing your connections and servers. But I feel like they've been pretty consistent these last couple of weeks. I didn't experience too many PSN issues. EA is a little bit of a different story. But PSN actually has been very consistent these last couple of weeks. So all props to them. Unfortunately, it's going to be a night like these where it's going to be very, very difficult to not complain about the PSN servers. And of course, when is it not a good time to complain about the EA servers, you know? The EA servers, I feel like, you know, they're not really trying their best to get a good connection, or like good lobbies or good servers, you know. You know what I think? I think EA just bought a couple of plants in Ecuador or something like that. Put some put some power plants in there, or whatever you want to call it. Put some generators and some servers and some computers right there, and are hosting the lobbies all the way from Ecuador. So I don't think that is going to be the way to go, unfortunately. But yeah, it is what it is, you know. Oh yeah, redoubts. I totally get that. I totally get that. It's really, yeah, as I said, it's really unfortunate. But nothing you can do about it. Oh my days. Oh! What happens here? Mr. Basil retired from the session. What happened here, guys? I didn't see what happened. I didn't see what happened. But that is going to be Mr. Basil out of the race. Mr. Basil, I know you're watching. Please let me know what happened, buddy. You went into the back of someone? I feel like you did. I feel like you did. As we're currently entering the... well, the 25% mark. Well, the 50% mark of this race, but we're only doing a 50% race. So that is going to be 25% of an actual race, if that makes sense, you know. One second, guys. I've got a pimple on my back. I need to fix that real quick. I'm gonna see if the safety car is gonna come in. And otherwise, I'll need to improvise. Ah, safety car is coming in. Shit. Alright. Hold up. This is not great. Alright, here we go. So we have got Chartman leading this race, with Talk being right behind him. And we've got Shauna Luisa Martino Nueve. So this is a really surprising result, in my opinion. A really surprising podium. Top 4, maybe even top 5. As we've got Escalea in P5 right now. And it's going to be green flags and go, 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 as Chartman is going to be leading this race. Talk has to leave a little bit of a gap right there, with Shauna Louise being in P3, also leaving a little bit of a gap. Divine Eye making his way into turn 1, as that is going to be moved on. Escalea seems to be struggling on these old hard tires, if I'm not mistaken. Let me have a quick look at the tires. 2-lap old hard, so I feel like he's struggling without a real cause. Maybe he got crashed by someone. I wouldn't know. But he did get overtaken by 3 drivers quite fast. I mean, 4 corners and he's been overtaken by 3 drivers. You must have been done dirty, if you know what I mean. Talk now is chasing the Ferrari driver, but what a race this has been already, right? I mean, Chartman leading the race right now. It's probably going to be Talk in a couple of seconds. And is he going to be able to? The Dutch driver has been hoping for a race win for a very, very, very long time. I'm just going to have a quick look when the last time was that he won a race. Where is he on the standings? Here he is. His best result was a P2 in Qatar. He got a P9 in Great Britain last week. But he's now getting chased from behind. I feel like he made a mistake, as Shauna Louise is looking to make his way into P2. It's not going to happen, as there is a 1.7 second gap from Chartman to Talk. But Chartman now gets a 3-second time penalty. So that is not going to be giving him any benefit during this race. I feel like one of these guys is lagging. Couldn't quite see who that was. Possibly was Talk. Possibly was Shauna Louise. couldn't say. Uh-oh. Sparrow almost went into the back of Divine right there, as they're having a three-way battle right now here for a P4. I do have to say, Martino, he's gone for a different strategy than all the other guys. He's on 7-lap old mediums at the moment. I think he was the only one to start on the soft tires. The DRS has been enabled, but he still will have to go for 16 more laps on these medium tires, which is possibly not going to be working out, I'm afraid. As they're now coming through the Senna S's. Dynamite straight they go, as they do have DRS though. But Divine Eye seems to be struggling through the S's. I feel like he doesn't have the pace or traction to come through that corner, or confidence. It could be confidence too, you know. You could have the traction, but you could be a little bit afraid that you're gonna spin through the S's, which I think he already had a couple of laps ago. So they're now coming through turn 8, through turn 9, and through turn 10. I would say turn 10 was one of the best overtaking opportunities on this track if you have good traction coming out of turn 9. Of course, Sparrow was looking to make a move down the inside. He's right on the tail of the Mercedes driver. Oh, it's not going to work out for Sparrow, I'm afraid. He does take a lot of curb down the inside, and that is going to be a possible overtaking opportunity. DRS wide open, ERS wide open. We've got a slipstream for the Williams driver. As you can see, he's right on the tail. He's sniffing the butt of the Mercedes driver. But a Divine Eye is draining all of his battery too. They're on the main straight. Now, what is Sparrow going to be able to do on these 5-lap old softs? How long can he take them into the race? I feel like he has to come into the pits around lap 25, around lap 30, because he won't be able to extend those soft tires till the end of the race, I'm afraid. Still 15 more laps to go, and that would mean he would be on 20-lap old softs. So definitely not something to look forward to for the Williams driver right there. But I mean, Divine Eye, he is on the perfect strategy, and so are the other 3 drivers at the front of the grid, and so is Eska and Mr. Rios, all the way in P7 and P8. Not too sure what happened to Eska. Not too sure what happened to Rios. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, he had that drive-through penalty. I kind of forgot about that. Divine Eye, the Englishman, the tattoo artist, the biggest I'm trying to find a word. I can't find it. The biggest boss of them all. Boss is in, I mean, boss is in a good thing, right? The biggest legend out there is currently on the tail. Oh, Mr. Basil, that is unfortunate. Oh, Divine Eye down the inside with the use of DRS. He's gonna outbrake the Alpine driver, and what a move there from the Mercedes driver. And is Sparrow gonna benefit from that not really incident between Martino and Divine Eye? But Basil, did you just crash into the wall, or whatever happened? Or, you know, whatever is probably not the best word. What happened? Martino now defending this position from Sparrow, as he is struggling on those mediums. I can see it. I can feel it. He's struggling on those mediums. Sparrow on the softs. Oh, he's also struggling. He is also struggling. Possibly already has about 25% on those softs, which is going to be hard to cope with. It's going to be hard to cope with. Chartman, who's now leading the race, has got a penalty. So does Talk. Shauna Louise. He's looking to get a P3 on the board here tonight. But I feel like he could get a P2 or even a P1 if he pushes a little bit and tries to get within 3 seconds of the guys ahead. Now Martin has got Sparrow right on his tail, and it's only a 110 difference. So I feel like Sparrow, with the use of DRS, he's gonna get closer. No, he isn't actually. Martino does have a lot of straight line speed right there. Oh, but what a good exit from the Williams driver right there. Now into turn 6. Into turn 7. And this is turn 8. He needs to watch out. Almost went into the back of the Alpine driver. So now coming through turn 9. Yeah, I already did, Basil. Congratulations to you, buddy. What a great season it has been for you. Congratulations. And I'm pretty sure that trophy will come to you pretty soon. And I wish you all the best in... I think you're going to stay in Div 2, aren't you? I think you're going to stay in Div 2 because you can't make Wednesdays work. I'm not 100% sure. Sparrow, I feel like he's losing time on the straights. I'm not too sure what's happening, but he's not able to make the move on the straights or like into the corner where that long straight was. Oh, Martin with a clan. I was starting to speak Dutch right there. It's starting to get late. No worries, Mr. Basil. No worries. I mean, maybe you could go to Phoenix on Wednesdays and to that league on Mondays. That would be great, though. Wouldn't it? That would be great. In my opinion, that would be great, you know. And I feel like Sparrow is trying... Oh, he just took... Oh, no way. Oh, yeah, he's going to be frustrated. He's going to be frustrated. Well, he's not going to be frustrated, but I feel like he's going to be feeling guilty of whatever happened there. Because he took out Martino. And then somehow Eska went into the back of Martino. So there wasn't any way for Martino or Eska to avoid that incident from happening. But yeah, Sparrow is the one to blame right there. There's no safety car yet. There's only 11 laps to go. Sparrow is now coming into the pits though. On the soft tires, he feels like they're done. He feels like they're done. You know, the guys have done 12 laps onto the softs in the sprint race. But Sparrow, he just can make it work. Talk is now catching up to Charbon. Shay. That is crazy, guys. And I feel like Talk does have the pace, though. I feel like Talk does have the pace. Yellow flag, and that is going to be a virtual safety car. Not a real safety car, though. Not a real safety car, so no safety car song for you. I would be singing the safety car song twice, as it is the last stream of the season, and then we will have to part ways for 3 weeks, and then hopefully I will be back. I will ask to find... Oh, Chapman. Broke a little bit early there. Caught Talk off guard, as Talk is really close to the Ferrari driver right now. Is he gonna overtake him? Is he gonna overtake him? No, he isn't. No, he isn't. No, he isn't. So everyone is coming into the pits to go on to soft tires, as there's still 10 more laps to go, if I'm not mistaken. 8 more laps when the safety car comes out. 5-second time penalty for Martino, as I'm going to make use of the bathroom real quick. So I will be right back with you guys. Hold up. When did we go racing again, guys? Oh, shit. My apologies. I didn't know the safety car was coming in already that fast. My apologies, guys. My apologies. Really, my apologies. I was struggling with my pimple on my back. Because it's big. It's really, really big. And it hurts. I don't know. I don't know what to do against it. Alright, doesn't really matter. So we've got Talk and Chartman having a battle with each other again. Wait. Why is there so big of a gap between Rios and Martino? What happened here? Because all the soft tire runners, they're all the way at the back of the grid. I don't know what happened. Did the safety car come in straight away? What a weird safety car. Or was it a virtual? Oh my days, don't tell me it was a virtual. Yeah, I totally missed that. Sorry, guys. I'm really sorry. That's my bad. Alright, so let's have a quick on board with Chartman. As the Ferrari driver is trying to keep up. Yeah, I didn't know. I thought it was a full safety car because everyone came in. I really thought so. Yeah, that's my bad. I really feel guilty for this now. Chartman. Oh, Chartman, watch out, buddy. Oh, that was crazy right there. He's trying to take a lot of curb down the inside. Because, I mean, there's still 6 more laps to go. Oh, trying to make the move into turn 4. But the move wasn't quite there yet. No, I'm pretty sure it was a VSC readouts. Otherwise, I mean, I don't know actually. Got Chartman now struggling through Sector 2. I feel like he cannot keep up with Talk here in Sector 2. Let me have a quick look at the penalties to see who's got the most penalties. Oh, Chartman really does. 6 seconds of time penalty for Chartman, as he will not be able to get into that race win with those 6 seconds, unfortunately. Only if Talk is going to get 6 seconds too. And if he overtakes the Red Bull driver. And there goes Chartman into turn 1, into the Ace. But Talk is still there. Oh, what a move! What a move from Chartman! Makes those switchbacks work here in Brazil. And that is going to be a big lead already. 8/10 for the Ferrari driver. Is he going to be able to create a gap of 3 seconds on Talk? Because that could be a different scenario. If he can make up 3 positions to the Red Bull driver, he is definitely going to be winning this race. So, yeah, that is really some driving from both of them. Keeping it clean, keeping it sportsmanship-like drive. I mean, keeping the sportsmanship like, I mean, as a racing driver, you need to watch out with your surroundings. And I feel like some racing drivers simply don't care about their surroundings. But these guys, they are amazing. They are keeping it clean, even through these Senna S's, where we see so many crashes happen in other leagues, in other races, in other things. But the Senna S's is possibly one of the best overtaking opportunities to make a switchback work, and Chartman made it work. With a little bit of help from Talk, though, as it went a little bit wide there. But that shouldn't be something to blame the Ferrari driver for. Now Talk goes back onto that move. That was some really close racing from both of them once again, as Chartman almost went into the back of the Red Bull driver. Now into turn 6 and 7 they go, as we're currently entering lap 36 out of 32 out of 36. There's still 4 more laps to go after this one. And who will take the race win? Ascalea, who isn't in his car anymore. Oh wait, he is. Oh, he got, yeah. Oh yeah, he got blue flags, and that's why he ghosted. Oh, but we also got Martino being pretty close. Oh, what a move. Oh yeah, this is then not sportsmanship-like driving. I feel like he broke a little bit too late, and then just took out Rios or something like that. Shana Luis is now getting that position from Martino. And I mean, I feel like Martino. Oh, wait. Chardman making that move again on Talk. Into P1. And I think we're going to be... Oh, watch out right there. Oh, Talk, who now gets the 3-second time penalty. This is going to be very interesting. This is going to be very, very interesting as both drivers are now having on equal penalties. Talk goes down the inside into turn 4. And they're starting to get a little bit more aggressive, I feel like. They're starting to smell that race win. I think it's going to be the race a race win for, well, the first time they're going to have a race win in the whole season. Just going to have a quick look with Chardman. Oh no, he had 2 race wins already, one in Austria and one in Belgium. So it's going to be the first race win of Talk. And it is going to be the 3rd race win for Chardman here. But I mean, still, a race win always feels good. If it's the race, the season opener, if it's the season ender, if it's anything else, a race win always feels good. Even if you're in the best car, even if you're in the worst car, it always feels great. And I feel like Chardman, he wants to win, but I don't think as badly as Talk wants to win. I've spoken to the guy. He's always excited when he gets a race win. He's always excited when he gets a pole. He's always excited when he gets into the top 3 in a race. But I feel like he's going to go crazy when he gets this race win here in Brazil. As there's still 2 more laps to go after this one. And who will take it? The battle of the Titans here in the top 2 between Chardman and Talk. 8 tenths, 9 tenths of a difference. And I feel like Talk is pushing. Talk is pushing. He's listened to the commentator. He's listened to the stream. And he's trying to make his way into that P1. 1.4 seconds. Chardman might be backing out after hearing what I had to say. But it is going to be a 1.2 second gap right now. The guys in the chat think that Talk will win. As Define now makes his way into P4. Not too sure what Martino is doing. He possibly has some broken front wing damage. Due to that incident with Mr. Rios entering the penultimate lap here in Brazil. And 1.1 seconds. Talk isn't gonna have, well, Chardman isn't gonna have the DRS. No, he isn't, as he needed to have DRS down the S sections. And he's not gonna be able to. Divine Eye might be able to, though. Coming around at the turn 16, if I'm not mistaken. Turn 14, that is probably. And there they go. There they go. Turn 12. That is turn 12. Divine Eye now right at the outside. Both drivers without ERS. And that is going to be moved on for the Mercedes driver. He makes his way into P3. As I do have to give him... He's one of the only drivers without a penalty here. Sparrow, who also doesn't have a penalty. But Divine Eye, he's keeping it consistent. Oh! No way. Chardman is out of the race. Chardman is out of the race and there's not going to be a safety car. Hawk is leading this race by 36 seconds. Chardman, did he get crashed out? Or did he crash out himself? He's gonna be frustrated by that. But it shouldn't matter too much as Talk was already going. He's already gone. And he's now driving his last lap of this race. Of the season. It's been a very dramatic season. It's a very chaotic season, I do have to say that. One of the most chaotics I've ever seen. With a lot of safety cars, a lot of crashes, a lot of drama on track. But most importantly, a lot of clean racing from all these guys. And I do have to thank everyone in the chat. Thank everyone who's been listening to my streams these last couple of weeks. I've been streaming for Phoenix Racing League for already, I think, 9 months, if I'm not mistaken. I think I started somewhere in January or December. And these guys have given me every opportunity to grow, to develop my commentary. And I hope I haven't let you down, guys. But I do thank everyone for watching the stream, of course. And I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream and all the other ones I've done. I've posted everything onto the Phoenix Racing League YouTube. But here goes our race winner. Talk as he comes across the line. His first race win. He's going to be happy in the chat. I do feel that. And what a great battle from Chartman with Talk. Unfortunately, he crashed out. As there's going to be 6 drivers who crashed out. 7 drivers who are going to be standing strong. And Chartman now in the wall. But Divine Eye comes across the line to capture a P2. Shauna Louise is going to be happy with a P3. And Martin Nuovo is going to be happy with a P4. Rios will have to be happy with a P5 after that incident with Martino, if I'm not mistaken. Nespero and Eska both finished the race already. So this is going to be my last stream of the season. And maybe my last stream for Phoenix. You never know if the guys decide to not have me anymore as their commentator. I wouldn't blame them. I would understand if they're trying to get more options or get more people to commentate the races. I would completely understand that, but it would be a little bit of a loss from my commentary career. And you do understand that I've been streaming for 9 months already for Phoenix, and it has become part of the family, part of my family, as I see these guys weekly. And I talk to these guys weekly about, you know, the standings and whatever you wanna think about, you know, all that kind of stuff. Now, let's have a quick look at the race results of the last race of the season. We've got Talk in P1, Divine Eye in P2, and Shauna Luis to get a P3. But we've got Martin Nueve, Mr. Rios, Sparrow, Eska, and then all the DNFs, unfortunately. Chartman, Mr. Bezo, Mihu, AP, Joby, and Oranjeboom Brown. Guys, it's time to finish off the stream. I'm just gonna put everything correctly, guys. I will see you in 3 weeks and maybe in a couple of months, because I'm actually leaving to Dublin and I don't know if I've got the right connection and the right Wi-Fi to be able to stream for you guys. So hopefully this is gonna be a goodbye and not a farewell. Well, not a see you soon, but not a goodbye or a farewell or a good life, whatever you want to call it. But I mean, I will see you guys in 3 weeks. If I'm not there in 3 weeks, you know the reason. Actually, I'm still going to be there in 3 weeks because I haven't left that. I think I'm leaving on the 14th. So that is on a Friday or a Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. So I could be streaming that Monday or Wednesday. I guess we'll have to see. But guys, this was Phoebe Thomas as your commentator. I thank everyone for watching once again. And I will see you guys next week. Peace out.